Geminis, welcome back. There's something about third time's the charm. There's something about third time's the charm. I had to do something 3 times just to be able to start this reading. Your energy is definitely different from Taurus's though, so that's a lot nicer. That energy it felt chaotic, in like a heavy, sleepy way. I don't know how to explain that energy, but it was really like chaos in a sleepy way. I don't know how that works. But okay. Geminis. Alright, let's get started. I'm actually not even naming this. It's basically whatever you need to know. The Page of Pentacles. The home of ideas. Geminis, I feel like right now there's going to be a bunch of ideas coming in. And you're just gonna, I'm seeing just somebody that has a notepad, and that just basically is getting airdropped ideas by the universe. Boom, 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 right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot that's coming through, just randomly. I've been through those periods. I remember there were times where I feel like you went through a dry spell, alright? I was gonna say something, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, honestly. So it feels like you guys have gone through a dry spell and there hasn't been any new ideas happening and you haven't even felt motivated. In all earnest, it does feel like you were being taken from, and it wasn't even the time for ideas to come in. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay? And look, that's a full-on fucking message. How the fuck did my cards turn? It's not even one or two, it's two that were turned. That's insane. Look, they're all fucked up. Wow. Yeah, there's something here about people stealing your ideas. And you having had to cover it and steal it and having to turn it all different ways so that people could get confused, because people were taking from you. And this doesn't have to be in real life. It can be, especially if you deal with this is getting on my fucking nerves. I can't see, but I don't care. I have to find my other glasses. It's almost like you weren't seeing clearly, okay? You weren't seeing clearly. There was something here with people were taking your ideas and then turning them. People were taking the things you said and making them into something they were not. So you turned off, or that part of your life was, that part of you, whatever that was, your solar, usually that's where it comes from, your solar, it was almost like it was deactivated. There was not a lot going on. There was not a lot that was happening. I feel very much what is this feeling called? It's not melancholy, it's you could call it blah, but it's detached. This feels detached. This feels very much detached from life, from your gifts, from your, not necessarily your gifts, but from your creative ideas. It's almost like you felt very much detached from even who you are. There was a need, but there was a need to be detached, because whenever you connected, you were being taken from. But then there's a need to protect yourself here, but in doing so you were harming both yourself. You were harming the other person, yes, because obviously they couldn't take from you, but you were also harming yourself. I feel though that in this time, it's almost like the universe set it up so that it was fine. It wasn't gonna, for you it might have not been fine. The universe was like, it was fine though. You weren't gonna lose any opportunities for it, right? It was like the universe was like, we're not bringing anything in right now because of what's going on. And you're over here oh my God, why is nothing happening? But it's because they were saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna miss any opportunities right now. So yes, it feels weird. You don't like it. We understand, but it's okay. Like, you don't need it right now, right? But it feels that's like difficult. Imagine a part of you, if you're a creative person, especially in arts, whatever it is that you do, if you're a creative person and not having that, it feels like a part of you is just, yeah, it doesn't feel good. All right, let's get one more. Ooh, yeah, the Ten of Swords. Ending of cycles. But I feel like it's people that have been taking from you. I feel like, no, I heard no. This is a cycle, just an ending of like a completely different kind of timeline. This is the, look at this shit. This is fucking creepy. She looks really creepy. And I've seen this card a million times and I've never felt like that. But as soon as I saw her, it actually did creep me out. And mind you, if you guys know me as a person, which most of you don't, actually all of you don't, no, some of you guys do. You guys know I love horror. And this card creeped me out. Yeah, this card creeped me out. This card is still creeping me out. It's almost like you felt like you had been turned to stone. Because you had been in the same place for so long, and with all those swords in your back, it's almost like you, this is giving, ew, this is giving, I don't even know if you could say this word. You know, when you become unalived and some time passes and you become stiff and unmovable, that's what it's giving. You know, the R word. I don't know if you can say that word. I don't know what the fuck you can say on YouTube, man. I don't know anymore. It is giving that. It's giving that. And like nothing was moving. Like when you turn to stone, what happens? You're just a heavy, unalive weight, right? That it really is what it's giving. This is bothering me. This is bothering me. This energy is bothering me. Because it feels like, look, with the Page of Swords and the Hermit, it's almost like this isn't real. This isn't me. What is happening here? And you were like, this isn't me. What this, it felt, you could feel like this isn't, innately, this isn't you. But I do feel like the universe had you, not like this though. I feel like this is how people left you. And this is the ending of the cycle, where people would continue to leave you like this. This is what the end of this cycle is. And you're dropping all the burdens of being left like this. It's almost like you're moving somewhere where this will never happen again. Yeah, the wild card. There is an idea that's coming in. There's ideas that are coming in that this is going to be your wild card. So I feel like you actually woke up, because I did see that card, the Page of Action. It said the Page of Action. And basically you were like, I'm done. So you took these swords out and you cut the bullshit. You're like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit. I'm no longer going to be frozen. Maybe some of you guys were actually like stuck in froze. What is it? Stuck in, what is it called? Fear, flight, or you guys were frozen in fear. Almost fearing like there was going to be another sword put in your back. The cycle's ending. You guys no longer have the fear. You guys have taken those swords and you guys have cut down that chain, and you're like, nah, we're not doing this shit. We're doing something else. And because of that, you're starting to move, and all those ideas are starting to come back to you. And do you see, like, I just really fully started looking at my, whatever the fuck that is behind me. The sheet. It's not a sheet. Whatever. There's so much orange and yellow. Right? Orange and yellow. That's all ideas. That's all new plans. That's all fuck it. we're doing this, we're moving forward, right? There's a opportunity coming in. And I don't even look, and there's yellow and fucking, look at that card. Look at that Joker. There's yellow and red and orange in there. This is gonna be a game changer. This is something that's unpredictable. You didn't know this was happening, and you were kind of, and it was because you were stuck there. You were stuck in this. Yeah. You know, it's giving. Why do I always forget that fucking word? Like that horse. What was it called? You guys know what I'm talking about? The horse that was. Why can't I ever remember that? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? In the Roman, the horse that is not. It's a fucking. It was full of army men. I don't know why I can't ever remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's giving that. It's almost like, okay, so you know what I'm getting? I just got the whole thing. It's, okay, like, it was almost like you were in a war, and it was almost like they unalived you. You felt unalived, right? You were plain unalived because you were afraid that there was going to be, the universe had you kind of in that energy, to be honest with you. You were plain unalived. And then they're sending in horse, a Trojan horse. God, goodness, a Trojan horse. And it's almost like, oh, there's a gift in there, but really for them. But really, what it is, it's your salvation. It's a wild card. It's something for you to help you to get out of this. And it's like your brand new beginning. It's almost like they're sending in weapons or whatever it is that they're sending in, right? It's sending in help for you. And they're doing it under the pretext that it's a gift because they won. They didn't win. They didn't win. They didn't win no matter how hard they try. Yeah, look, misleading information, see? Yes. Misguide, diversion, tactic, throw off scent, false flag, purposeful distraction. Look here, not there. What did I fucking just say? What did I say? It's all so that you can get exactly what you need, so you can get your victory. And it's not even like a way, it's your victory. This is your victory. They're saying, look, this is Trojan horse, look. But really, they're saying there's someone behind there or inside and going, hey, come here. Sound like a fucking weirdo, huh? Come here, have tacos. My cat would be like, fuck you, lady. And this is a seed. This is going to be the seed you need. This is Jack and the Beanstalk seed, though. I don't even feel like, I know, like, we think of seeds, like, they grow slow. I don't think this is a slow seed. This is going to be a seed. It's going to start small, but it's going to grow fast. This is going to be huge results. And then this is like more than meets the eye. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I got this seed, and I'm going to be able to have food. And then it turns out that this tree grows money, and it grows health, and it grows all this stuff. And you're like, whoa, this is a magical tree. And I was just excited that I was going to have food, right? But it turns out that you're like getting this huge blessing. It's turning out to be like this magical fucking tree that's going to come in and change everything, right? Because you've been sitting here pretending to be unalived for such a long time. And I feel like the universe did this. And being in this position and pretending to do this is really hard. This is really difficult energy. This is very difficult energy to be in for any period of time. Pretending to be something you're not, especially if you're this kind of way and that kind of, and you have all these ideas and they have you in not moving when you're a mover and a shaker and a groover and a doer and all of a sudden this was a very difficult for you. I feel like this was hard on your soul, on your spirit. You almost felt unalived in your spirit. It felt like you were just a walking zombie. That's what it feels like. But you're a rule breaker. You're independent. You were very smart. You were very smart. Like, for people to be like, oh, why didn't you fight? Because you knew. Look, there's 10 swords. There's 10 swords. There was a lot. The universe was like, just stay there. Just stay there. Right? Yeah, no. There was no getting out of this. And I don't even think this was people in the 3D. I think this was also energies in the 5D. And it was almost like you couldn't turn. There was no escape. There was no escaping. And they had you surrounded. So the universe was like, yo, pretend to be unalive. Drop down. Shh. There's a scene, there's an episode in Supernatural where Sam and Dean, they're dealing with Samhain, right? And Samhain is in well, they actually call him by the wrong name. They call him Sam Wayne. Or no, they call him Samhain or some shit like that. Anyway, they're saying it wrong because they're saying that he's a demon or a witch or some shit that's coming, and so they have to. That's why children, which is semi-true. You know, the reason why people would dress up so that Sam Wayne, whatever the fuck the name on the show is, wouldn't see them for who they are and would unalive them, right? So when he gets released from wherever he's frozen in time, and they knew they couldn't fight him. This is a very powerful entity, and so Sam, what he did was he used the blood of someone else, and he covered himself and his brother and pretended to be unalive, and it worked, right? They escaped, he walked off and went to go fuck around and do other shit, and as soon as they were gone, they were able to get up and be like, okay, let's form a plan to get this is like early on too. This was like season 4, I think. Season 3 or 4, when Castiel comes in. And so it's giving that, right? Like, okay, we formed a plan, and then in the end they do gank him, but they did a lot, you know, like they did the damage, but they were able to fight another day, I guess you could say. There's a seed coming in, though. There's a Trojan horse coming in, and I don't think you know, and they're not gonna know. So even if they try, it doesn't matter. And this is amazing. I love this. I love this. The Trojan horse. There's a Trojan horse, and they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna see it. You're not even gonna know what it is. And I don't care how psychic you are or how gifted you are. You don't even know what it is. You're not gonna know until it's there and it's time, and you're like, oh shit, and then you're out of it, right? And then all of these ideas are gonna come in, and they're all gonna just boom, 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 boom. I'm seeing just like boom, 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 fireworks, right? Just seeing fireworks going off. That's what I'm seeing. The potential here, and it's almost like you're going to become a maverick. I'm not saying this card because I feel like I shouldn't, right? You're gonna be independent. You're gonna be free from whatever this was, because I feel like whatever this was, it was almost like you couldn't move. Some of you guys, this could have been in 3D. Okay, this could have been something or someone that was very controlling, but I feel for most of you guys, this was 5D energy. This was 5D energy, but 5D also works through the 3D. So it was almost like you couldn't move. But you don't give a shit, like you just want it out, but the universe is like, wait, it's not, wait, and you're going to come out as a maverick. It's almost like you're going to come out pew pew pew, right? Yeah, this is so yeah, I'm trying to be forward, but being very cryptic. It's all gonna work out. There's a Trojan horse coming in, okay? Go outside. You have been inside for too long. Geminis. Geminis. I'm not going outside. They don't mean go outside. They mean like get the fuck out of your surroundings, right? But yesterday was 113. I'm not fucking going anywhere. This isn't for me though, so I could go outside for whoever you are. Focused intention, yeah. Right now you're fully focused, right? And they're saying focus your intention, that it's coming in. It's almost like keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make the mark. It's almost like they're saying, hey, look out for us. Look out for us. And make sure that once you make your move, you aim on focus, right? And as soon as you do that, like, everything is going to be fertile. Everything is going to change around you. Your surroundings, endings and beginnings. Yeah. Yep. Alright, Geminis, I hope this helped. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys soon. Bye.